the other part of the anime segment. Things from the Decent Spot. So the Decent Spot is our Facebook group. If you want to join, just search the Decent Spot and join and get in on all the discussions. But we had some funny posts or interesting things we're going to talk about on the podcast. And let's jump into the first one. So, hardest working main character. This was posted by someone in the and the choices were Asta, Naruto, Naofumi, or Goku. What are y'all thoughts on this? Who's the hardest working main character?
I'll go ahead and start us off. I gotta give my vote to Naofumi because, as I said on the Decent Spot, and as I'll continue to say, my nigga Naofumi started with a blanket and a rape charge and ended on top. You feel me? Like, that's not starting from the bottom, my nigga. All you got is blanket and a rape charge. That's below the bottom. That nigga started from underground and now he here.
True.
So, I think I'm going to go with, it may sound weird, but I'm going to go with Goku because
damn, I was going to say that.
They got like some kind of hidden power inside them that at the end of the day, when they lose in a fight, they just like this monster just comes out and then they win. Naruto got it, Asta got it. Naofumi had the little devil shield or whatever. Goku actually be training.
He does have it.
Actually be training from what?
Ozaru.
He don't have that shit.
Ozaru, yeah, he does have a monkey. He's the originator of the demon. Inside his body.
No, he ain't had that.
He's the originator.
We're talking about Dragon Ball Z.
No, bro. We talk about Goku as a whole, bro. He did have that. I'm just saying, I get you had points, but that he doesn't have a demon inside him shit is total bull.
Yeah.
Because they even used it in GT. He does have it.
GT is not real. That shit is fake.
Dragon Ball is real.
Shit.
Dragon Ball is real, nigga.
When does Goku use that in a fight, in an actual fight against a nigga?
In Dragon Ball, he used it all the time.
Huh?
Dragon Ball, he used it all the time. His son used it in Dragon Ball Z to beat Vegeta.
Hey, we talking about Goku, not Gohan.
Okay. He has the ability.
Vegeta used it in Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. Goku ain't never used that shit.
He used it.
I'm talking about Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, but you can't just choose Dragon Ball Z.
Right.
These are two different series, bro.
Hey, let's just forget about a whole portion of this nigga history, bro. We only talking about this portion. That's like saying fuck everything that happened in Shippuden. Naruto was a hard worker just in Naruto. Like, no, bro.
He wasn't a hard worker in Naruto either.
He was, man. He was the hardest working ninja in the League Village. Ain't that what he say?
Like Sasuke didn't have like a little demon in him. Like when they gave him the curse mark, that was like his demon in him. But now took it out. Like, but he definitely had a demon in him, quote unquote. Like nigga, so does Goku. They just took that shit out, bro. But he definitely
that shit went away.
Just finish your Goku point so I can say why I was going to say Goku and then switch it.
Because he's the only one that actually constantly trains. Like everyone else, after a certain point, they don't really be training. They just get power ups mid fight. Goku actually trains. Even right now in the Dragon Ball Super, nigga is training. Like that's all he does, train.
All right. So for me, I was going to say Goku, but I was going to say Goku only within the context of Saiyans. Because, like, as far as the Saiyan goes, he is, like, of the lowest class of Saiyans, I guess. He wasn't a shit. Technically, he was a slave in a way. And basically, through his learnings on Earth and growing and training, he became better than the quote-unquote prince of all Saiyans. So I felt like from a Black Clover context where royalty matters, if that's the same context in DBZ as far as Saiyans go, Goku definitely is one of the... He's like the hood story, basically. The kid who grew up in the dirty streets or whatever and then ended up coming to like top class or whatever, basically. Equivalent from coming from nothing and getting like a PhD or some shit or becoming a CEO or something. So from that perspective, I put it on Goku. But since Deuce already said Goku, I got to try and pick someone else. And then Player 5 already said Naofumi. I don't believe it's Naruto, so I'm going to try my best to argue Asta. And I felt like Asta would be hardworking only if he didn't have the blade, his full intention was still to become the Wizard King, regardless of what he had, and it just so happened that I guess his faith in that allowed him to get a pretty decent ability. But even with that ability, he still come across people that don't it doesn't fully work on, where he still needs more from, and he's still been able to overcome those challenges too. So in the sense of like the Naruto case, where when Naruto can't overcome those people, it really is just the demon that helps him do that. Asta, I don't believe that's the case, because when a demon, I've never seen the demon just come out and take control of Asta doing shit, I guess, in that way to help him win a battle. I've seen it help him, but not like navigate the fight, so to speak, in the way I've seen it with Naruto, like against Pain, for example.
Well, when he fought the gravity guy, kind of. But no, I agree with that. And that's why Naruto's at the bottom, for sure.
Alright, so I am not gonna argue for Naruto because nothing in me says Naruto.
You should try.
Wow. Let me see here. Well, the only thing I could say with Naruto is that, like Naofumi, who I think is the hardest working main character, he was another character who kind of started alone, in the sense that literally nobody was about him. Nobody was willing to assist him. He got pretty much like the lowest of the lowest monetary allowance from third Hokage to survive. Other than that, he pretty much had to count on him and him alone to even really give him his start. Granted, that only existed after maybe half an episode when we find out Iruka has always been on his side. So it's like, eh. But other than that, it's like, okay, I guess his technical life up to that point was pretty much trash, and he had to put in as hard as work as he could, which in my opinion didn't really amount to anything until he got the cheat code of multi-clone. But, we won't talk about that right now. So yeah, he still was, trying to do jutsu on his own, trying to get better, throwing kunai on his own, getting his accuracy better, blah, 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 blah. So he definitely put in a decent amount of work from the point he was born to, well, how old was he? Like maybe 11? So yeah, I'll definitely give him that. He was the hardest working character from ages 1 to 11. There you
go. I wouldn't be me if I didn't throw shade. So I feel that it's necessary for me to explain why Goku is dead. And the main reason I want to say this is because hella niggas was saying Goku, and I feel like these are a lot of, because like Deuce not by himself. The majority of niggas was saying Goku.
That's true.
And I feel like Goku that's too. Y'all some Dragon Ball Z / Super watching niggas, because
I'm not.
I know he just a goofy. You feel me?
Damn.
So, wow. So this is what I gotta say about Goku. Why I don't think he's harder working. Although Goku compared to Saiyans may have been low class, he was still of the Saiyan warrior class, which means he's still like a strong fighter, strong enough to send a baby to destroy a whole planet. Like, he's still born stronger than every single nigga on Earth at base. Like, there's not a single nigga who was born on Earth at base who was stronger than him, and Demon King Piccolo was not born on Earth. So, like, literally, he's stronger than everybody on the planet from birth. And then when we talk about working hard, like, okay, I feel like, to me, if you enjoy something, you aren't working hard doing it, right? Hard work is when you don't enjoy that shit and you still do it. It is in his DNA to literally enjoy working out, getting stronger, getting Zenkai boosts. Like, this nigga is predetermined to be stronger than everybody around him. Like, Goku not working.
What about Vegeta?
That's the point. Vegeta was supposed to be stronger than him. Frieza was supposed to be stronger than him. Cell was supposed to be stronger than him. Every villain they fought in Dragon Ball Z is supposed to be stronger than him.
And all them villains whooped his ass, and then he got a bullshit cop out to make him stronger at the end. His story literally proves it. He tried to whoop Vegeta, got beat up, had to jump that nigga. Tried to beat up, got beat up, his nigga had to die for that to happen. Tried to beat up Cell, got beat up, his kid had to beat that nigga. He didn't really beat a nigga since Demon King Piccolo till Boo.
What do you mean?
Unless we count
he beat Frieza on his own.
And Raccoon.
He beat Frieza on his own.
His nigga had to die for that.
He was already winning. That's why Frieza did that, because Frieza was losing.
That was still a team. I mean, if you call that W a W, that was still a team W, though.
Yeah, they still jump.
Is it really though? Because I felt like none of the team actually benefited like help with the free games. They bought time most of the case, from what I remember.
I mean, but that's actually a big deal though if you think about it. I mean, like he literally like the only significant hit Goku landed on Frieza before going Super Saiyan was a Spirit Bomb, and he couldn't make the Spirit Bomb unless Piccolo literally was buying time. So, I mean,
it seems to happen to Piccolo a lot.
Piccolo,
he's a black person.
I would have gave it to Asta, but with the new revelations of these chapters, I'm starting to think this nigga was born for greatness. And if you born for greatness, I can't put respect. My nigga now for me, he's a regular ass nigga.
I mean, hard work is separate than. I mean, that's like saying he was given one of the four cardinal like weapons. Like he's a regular nigga, really.
That is privilege.
Yeah, but that bitch start out regular though. The only power it start out with is like a nigga can't steal it from you. Like that's it.
No, he was using.
It didn't start out
privilege in the beginning though, because he was using it to make money. That he had money hacks off that.
Yeah, I mean they all got privileges. But if you were born destined to hit this anti-demon magic slayer sword in a world economy based on magic, I think that's a little higher up. I'll throw that out there. Maybe it's a little higher up, guys.
True.
Wow. I'm just saying, like, even with the Asta case. Go ahead.
Okay, I was just gonna say, if we do find out Asta actually is regular, nothing was planned, okay, I can give it back to that nigga. But if he was born for this, he was destined for greatness. And if I accept that he better, then I gotta accept some white nigga who was born with more money than me better, and I can't go.
Yeah, I mean, they picked. My thing is just this one keeps it specific to main character, but if we're really talking like series, like at least in Black Clover, Asta does make sense. I would still nominate him, even if this was like across all characters. But as far as like everything besides Naruto, like because even Dragon Ball Z, I think you could still probably make a case that Goku would be the nominee here. But like in Naruto, it's definitely not Naruto. You wouldn't pick him if it was like pick the hardest working character in Naruto. There would be a couple other people that jump from the list, Rock Lee being one of them. Doesn't mean he's great, but that nigga definitely worked hard. you definitely have to make the argument that he worked hard.
Nigga who get it. And then there's that argument when we say hard work, are we talking volume or percent? Because obviously volume-wise, Naruto and Goku win in their worlds. But percent-wise, they don't, you know?
What do you mean percent?
But I mean, who would you nominate in DBZ as a hard-working contender?
I mean, we could go with any nigga. All them niggas, like, grind. Like, if I were to say, like, who really kind of grinded out of their place, Piccolo. Like, Piccolo kind of grinded up.
No, Piccolo's up there.
Outside of his race. Like, what's up?
See, you're, like, looking at it differently than I am. But, so I agree, Piccolo is, like, a hard worker, sure. But to me, just because if you're naturally better at something than someone, that doesn't mean that you still can't work hard. That's like saying NBA players don't work hard because they 6'6" and they just good at basketball. They still work hard.
That's I talk about like I guess like the volume of your work. So if we say like, oh, what nigga put in the biggest volume of work, like we could argue is Piccolo, because that nigga started from okay to like he is probably the strongest Namekian you'll ever see ever. But then like
Goku, when they first fought, he was stronger than Goku, or at least they were the same strength. So in that respect, Goku put in more percentage work there. Because he's way stronger now.
The strongest nigga, like my nigga Broly would come and clap that nigga. Real talk. Like, it's not even close. Broly will run that nigga.
Who?
Goku, he'll drag that nigga. Like,
but Broly he always been strong.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, I'm saying like I'm not saying you're incorrect. Like you're right, I'm just saying we could look at it from different perspectives. And the perspective I choose is Piccolo went from not the strongest of his race to by far the strongest of his race you'll ever see. Whereas Goku didn't. He went from not the strongest to pretty good. Well, I mean, it's just a bullshit argument.
Summary.
But no, I think Naifumi, he's like, I think he's number 2 on the list. Yeah. Then Asta, and then someone else, and then Naruto.
Yeah. I think there's definitely like, as far as like least the point player prize making with least privilege, I think it's definitely in my mind and tied between Naofumi and Goku. Probably Naofumi edging it out, and then like Naruto isn't even on the list. I know there's only 4 choices here, but I would just omit the last place because I don't like period.
Yeah,
like literally every time Naruto had a chance, it's like, that's the part that pisses me off because I'm just like, literally, if you watch any of Naruto's fights, anytime he did have a chance to showcase his hard work, he still needed the help of the Nine-Tailed Fox to do it. Like with Neji, how he beat Neji. If he didn't have Nine-Tailed Fox chakra, he would have lost that fight. That's what helped him win the second half of it. Was like, oh, Nine-Tailed Fox chakra kicked in. Okay, cool. Now I can do this under the ground Brock move shit. But if he didn't have that, you dropped. Like that's it. And I didn't see. I don't know. We never saw the quote unquote training Naruto put in besides like the shit he did in Shippuden. So
yeah, I mean, and that was only one thing with the frogs. But
yeah,
if they were
and most of the time,
Naruto,
I feel like most of the time with this hard work, like even with the Rasengan, it was like, oh shit, I just have to cheat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like the hard work came out to the actual output. Like the Rasengan for a while was, I can't do this, so I have to have my clones help me accomplish this task. Like I still didn't do the work to master the move, so it didn't even create real output.
That is.
Yeah.
This is why like I can't accept any Naruto greatness. It's like, bro, just to make a Rasengan, he has to split his chakra in half. Like what? That's so inefficient. And then he can split his chakra in half like 1,000 times and still be like, yeah, bro, I still got more chakra than you. Like he's so inefficient. It's like, nigga, you not good. You just born with white privilege, nigga.
Right.
Honestly, like if you're gonna put Naruto in like this like discussion, you gotta add people like Ichigo and Luffy and shit like that. Like niggas who just get power up
with real privilege.
Yeah, you can't be comparing him to people like Asta and Naofumi and shit like that.
Right. Who's the hardest working main character? God. That's the all that fucking privilege, bro. It's crazy.
Ichigo.
It's crazy. Any other closing thoughts on this one?
Nope. No, I'm giving the W to Naofumi. That's all I'm gonna say.